You are watching Spectrum News with Bianca Rae.
Knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. Twice on the pipe. If the answer is no, you gotta copy her.
I love you.
Twice on the pipe. Beep, beep. If the answer is no.
I'm Bianca Rae with your entertainment. Hollywood, it sure is coming out for the DNC. Who's showing support and how the industry will be part of the primetime lineup. All of this is ahead on your evening on Spectrum News 1.
Congratulations! Hi, congratulations. How are you? Awesome. Next to all the other ones at the bottom of your fireplace, right?
That's right. I have a little more room. What's really interesting too is that I won a Screen Actors Guild Award or 2 for Monk, but now they're kind of different sizes.
It is night 3 of the week-long Emmys extravaganza. Love saying that word. And tonight's ceremony is celebrating all the behind-the-scenes talent. To begin your evening on Spectrum News 1 with the journey of adapting proving to be pretty uncertain tonight for Hollywood. I remember feeling frustrated, thinking this could most definitely still happen today. How do you hope people change the way that they digest information, whether that's from the media or just from stereotypes in general?
The fact that you were feeling this could happen again is very apropos.
You wanted this film to open up conversations, maybe women having the courage to open up in an unfulfilled relationship. How could this give them the strength to do that?
To reevaluate what their relationships are.
What role do you feel like a family-friendly film like this has in potentially maybe even strengthening those bonds?
That's a good question. I hope that it would have a good effect on families.
As you just saw as evidence in the story, Scott played a huge role, right, in Jensen's release. So I thought on Freedom Day, right, when Jensen walked up the bus, Scott would be one of the first people to go there and give him a hug. But it was family members, friends, everybody, and very apropos to his career being behind the scenes in Hollywood. Scott just kind of, stepped back and watched it all.
The Oscar effect. I mean, just today I'm having people come up to me saying, okay, nominations are out. Like, what do I need to see? I need to catch up. And that's what happens. These films, the nominations come out. People want to be caught up, be in the loop, be in the know, right? And they go and see them. So we're sure those numbers are going to go up even more.
You've been making these innovative deals with these powerhouse celebrities for years. Where do you think the industry's changing, though? Because it is changing. Also sad to watch the implications of on this 63-year-old institution, right, the Recording Academy, and what this means for public trust when you see these awards handed out. I mean, what do you think this means for the future of the music industry?
Well, who knows if the Grammys even survive this.
And the winner is... the anticipation, I just feel it. The Primetime Emmys are just 3 days away now, but there have been plenty of awards going around all week so far. Tonight is the 4th night of the Creative Arts Emmy Awards week-long celebration, and it's all about scripted programming. Hollywood got the green light to start back up productions, but after being stalled for months, it's not just a flip of a switch. Take a look at this. Film LA released this report today about on-location filming. Everything about the Emmys looked different this year. No red carpet, no celebrities all gathered together to watch the show, right? But the one constant is perhaps the most important part of TV's biggest night. That's honoring the very thing that's getting a lot of us through this pandemic, and that's television.
We are here at one of the most popular places in Hollywood, the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And every year, Bianca, millions of tourists come to this sidewalk hoping to see their favorite star's name.
I think every kid who ever wanted to be famous has done the whole, holding the shampoo bottle, practicing the Oscar acceptance speech. I know I used to hold the hairbrush right as a microphone. It was an extra special night for Elton John, not only taking home some gold, but raising big money as well for his nonprofit. I'd say it was a win-win.
What makes it beautiful?
Well, the people in my life. The life I'm leading, I'm doing what I love to do, which is play drums, and while I'm doing that, I take photos. I love to do that.
Lisa Vanderpump has been given back to LA for more than a decade now, and actually before Real Housewives even put her in the spotlight. Here is her passion project.
I think it's fascinating to think how Hollywood is going to change when it opens back up with productions. Inevitably going to be different, talks of having thermometers and, temperatures taken before you go on set. When you think of, high octane, intimate action scenes like the ones you're doing in this series, and whether it's season 3 or future projects, what are your thoughts, Jessica? We'll start with you on how comfortable you'll be kind of getting back into that.
I think there's going to probably be a very lengthy document and training.
This is about so much more than clothes. Your fashion broke barriers. You guys were brave. What do you hope women today can learn from all of you back then?
Well, first of all, you know, we the Supremes started singing back in 1959.
Truly, the Academy acknowledging the truth of this story, right?
Yes, and acknowledging the men telling their truth.
Birthday cake, wedding cake, something.
Wait, I already got called a runaway bride. I'm neither running nor am I a bride. You hear Adam saying things like there's no throwaway scene. Every scene was a 10 on the, the Richter scale of emotion. That truly is a testament to your writing, right? Is that the biggest compliment?
Yeah, it really is.
So all the other ones at the bottom of your fireplace, right?
That's right. I have a little more room.
You wanted to be a movie star. It doesn't get much more of a movie star than this, right?
Yeah, great. That did sound great.
When we saw you last, I think it was our first week. We were right before we opened.
For people watching right now who feel like this is not possible for them, they're not this enough or they're not that enough, they have a disability, what do you want to say to them right now? People who want to be where you are, but they don't think they can.
Actually, most people could make it, but they don't want to think. But stay in school and study hard, and someday you will go big.
Would recommend. I'm not sure if you watched it by yourself or with somebody.
I live alone, so I have no one to watch it with. But
it's kind of a harsh watch if you watch it by yourself. You've got to have somebody that you can turn to and go, what the fuck?
Ferrari, which is actually out in theaters right now, of course, Matt Damon and Christian Bale were introduced through Matt's character to Carroll Shelby. And as we know, Ford, reached out to him, petitioned him to create a race car, right, for Ford. This is the design of the car that he was working on at the time that kind of got their attention.
The writer of the film, Bong Joon-ho, who she was just talking about, he's in LA now for award season the entire month, and he's been loving watching the way Parasite really is breaking barriers and making people not afraid of what he calls the 1-inch tall barriers of, the subtitles at the bottom of the screen. Listen.
You will meet me because you're extraordinary, and I'm so impressed with just the way that you approach your job.
Every time I turn my TV on, I end up just watching Spectrum News because it's in the background for hours, so I watch you guys every day.
That's amazing. Thank you.